but apparently there's some opposition. At least one senator's had the courage, a senator with a lot of power, to say, yeah, I'm going to buck you every step of the way. You are not fit to serve as chairman of the Central Reserve Bank. You're the part of the problem that got us into this mess. That was rather surprising, wasn't it, Bob?
Well, it was. And, Jim Bunning is a competitor. And he was a fine baseball player, a great pitcher, and he's had a second crack at success in life, and my hat goes off to him. And, boy, he's got a lot of brass facing these people down, because he knows they kill people and destroy them one way or the other. And so he's letting the chips fall where they may, like you and I do. I have a great deal of respect for him. And he really reamed Ben Bernanke. It couldn't have got much worse in a gentleman's chamber. That was as bad as it could get. And that's what Alan Greenspan should have gone through, because he was the one that laid the groundwork for all of this, for a price and for power.
And, of course, all of these people knew what they were doing. They knew this was part of bringing about the demise of the American dollar and ultimately the demise of the sovereignty of our country. And, of course, the whole idea is to get us into a position of being subservient to the rest of the world, of transferring the remaining industries we have to other countries, and certainly transferring the remaining wealth of what we have. And I would simply ask people, why? When we're having to borrow at least $5 billion a day. We still, of course, are fighting foreign wars. We still have massive foreign aid programs giving money to other needy countries. Why would you do that when you have to borrow $5 billion a day? And if you borrow the $5 billion a day, where are you going to get the money to pay it back? And nobody ever asked that question. You can't keep borrowing money indefinitely. Everything is based upon faith. Everything is based upon repaying loans. So where are we ever going to get the money to pay back all this money we owe foreign countries, Bob?
We're not. And that's why they're going to have a devaluation and a default. And many other countries are as well. I mean, I'm watching today, in the last several days, the Mexican peso has gone up about 12% against the dollar from its lows just a couple of months ago. And when a second world country like Mexico can accomplish that, the dollar is really weak and is incapable of mounting a rally, and it's going to go to lower levels. Not only because of the debt we talk about and the free trade, globalization, offshoring, and outsourcing, which has destroyed our industrial structure, deliberately so, I may add, and all of these other things. America is in for a hard time. What's the solution? Stop cap and trade. Stop the likes of Copenhagen, where they spell out in detail over and over again about their new world government. It's right there. And so anybody who says, no, they're not after that, go read what they've got there. They make no bones about it. This is a major move, and they were going to finance it all by enslaving us through taxes, through cap and trade in this agreement. And, of course, that's not going to happen. They're going to be unsuccessful in both counts, and we will have beaten them twice again. We've got them running in 6 different directions at once. We get 1207 passed, and we're going to turn them upside down. And we're going to take our country back. And we're going to do it by telling people the truth, telling them that all these banks and brokerage firms and insurance companies have to be allowed to go bankrupt. The chips are going to fall where they may. And we're going to have to clean up our country. And we're going to have a depression for 4 or 5 years. And you're all going to have to live with it. And there's nothing we can do. We've been betrayed by these people. And, of course, our court system hopefully will take care of that. That's why we have civil and criminal law in our country. And we are going to win.
Our telephone number, 1-888-24-LIBERTY, 464-8295. One of the big things is they want, of course, to raise the inheritance tax. Right now, you have $3.5 million exempt, and then it goes to something where they take 50% of everything you've worked your whole life for. Now they want to reduce that to $1 million. Of course, then above that, they take 50% of whatever you work for, and then the state comes in to take more. And of course, where's the outcry from President Obama, who said, I'm not going to raise your taxes? Well, let's go to Dan, who's calling from Pennsylvania. Hi, Dan. Do you have a question or comment?
Yeah, good afternoon there, good evening here. Yes, I have a question for Bob. Actually, a comment and a kind of a question, too, but I want to thank him and a woman up here in Happy Valley that have helped educate me about gold and silver especially, because I live out in the country, and big cities and stuff, we all neighbors, we all get along, and you guys have educated me, and I've come to realize I should start educating my neighbors what a silver dollar is and what silver is, so I can deal with them maybe, and they can deal with me whenever we have dollar problems.
Amen to that. Well, of course, you're going to have to be prepared to help your neighbors up there as well, because most of them are not going to be as well prepared as they need to. When we begin to have shortages of food, and when it's going to be increasingly difficult to pump water because it's going to be turning off the electricity, and as the whole structure of society begins to crumble. People say it could never happen here, and I say, why not? If God is just, do you think he's going to continue to bless the country that's turned against him? We'll be right back.
The explosive maker.
And so Bob's just saying that our president, who's sending more troops to Afghanistan, is going to get a Nobel Peace Prize. We live in a world gone mad. Well, God bless you, Bob. We'll look forward to talking to you tonight.
Sure will. Bye-bye, everybody.
Thanks so much.